to my channel. Thank you so much for your likes, shares, comments, and subscriptions. I appreciate each and every one of you. This is going to be part 2 of their family has their entire military and political family has been stalking me. I mean, like gang stalking me. For those of you who say, why don't you go to the police? Why don't you do this and why don't you do that? These people are police officers. These people are council members. These people are like, I have gone to the police. I have done what I was supposed to do. I have gone to the courthouse. I have filed paperwork. But being as though these are individuals who work in these fields, what they've been doing is basically not allowing it to go to court. They have not been trying to allow me to make the police reports. In fact, they laugh when I call the police because they are the police. They laugh when I have to make these complaints. Some of them even watch me make the police reports. They sit in their cars and they basically watch me make the complaints in the police report, and they watch me sit there and wait for an officer to come. And what's been going on is they have their own police officers. When I call, they reroute the phone calls to one of their family members. And so, therefore, my concerns are never taken seriously. As a matter of fact, one of the highest members up bragged about how this city is doing well on the crime, and there haven't been as many reports being made in such a long time. We're doing better in the city, and this, that, and the third. But the only reason why the numbers are showing that way is because these calls and these reports are not even being reached. They're not reaching the departments and where they need to be reached. They're not even being reported. The concerns are not even being reported. And for someone who should, this is coming from somebody who sits so high up and is supposedly so well respected, but you and your family are behaving this way. You sit there in your offices and you sit there with your titles, and you feel as though it's funny because you're able to make all of these executive decisions, and you feel as though it's funny because you're able to bully and harass people, and you're able to block the phone calls, and you're able to, it's beyond disgusting. It's beyond disgusting to know that this is who we have in office, and these are the people that sit on the forefront acting as if they have done no wrong, acting as if, and I really don't even see how people will live or able to live within themselves knowing that this is what they're doing on a day-to-day basis. You sit there and you lie and you destroy people's characters. You sit there and you steal from other individuals knowing that they're actually hard-working individuals, while you sit there and you be lazy and you're not working for anything. And in this video, I'm even going to show you where this happened to me. On the day that I am recording this video, is the day that this particular incident happened to me, where my money had been stolen out of my account. These individuals are hackers, professional criminals. But I'm going to go ahead and get into this video, and I'm going to show you different pictures and videos where I have been gang stalked by their family members. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. So on this particular day, I was working and I had to go and pick up an order. When I walked in, the vibe was a little off because one of those guys kept on watching me, and I kept on feeling uncomfortable. And he was on the phone call, not the one in the front, but the one in the back. But he was on a phone call, and he basically notified them when I had walked in. So I'm like, okay, no. I immediately knew that I wasn't going to take that order. And then when I found out what it was like extremely heavy, and I'm still dealing with like issues from the car accident. So anything that I feel like is going to upset my previous injuries, I just automatically don't even take. So with that on top of the vibe and the staring and stuff like that, I just went ahead and dropped the order. After that, I end up getting the order for another area, and then when I pull up, this person is here. Okay, this person, what they've been doing is with my app, they've been having me come places in which they are. So I've been having to like not only deliver where they live or deliver to where they are, but they've also been trying to be more strategic and being where I am before I get there. What they've been doing is working with the app, and then they've been tracking me as well. So, with the person that I have the restraining order, the protective order against, one of the stipulations is not to track me. I'm still being tracked, okay? I'm still being tracked by him, and I'm still being tracked by his family members and his associates. And I really don't understand like why it's so hard to let things go, to stop trying to provoke me, to stop trying to place fear in me. This is aggravated stalking. I mean, like, you're placing imminent fear within me. Like, why am I going? I want y'all. If you haven't noticed just yet, anytime I'm talking to y'all, I'm telling y'all about how I'm trying to work, how I'm trying to pay my bills, how like I'm not doing anything out of the ordinary. If you even notice, you haven't even seen any clips of me going out, having fun, living my life. My life, they've been taking over my life, and I've been having to sit here and talk about what I've been experiencing. So anyway, I decided to make a police report. So I had to stop here, and this is Dallas, meaning that I had to sit here and I had to wait because they're going to take their sweet time. Because number one, they don't want the police reports to go out. Number two, he's been trying to control things behind the scenes so that I can't report him for violating the protective order. And even at the bottom of my protective order, it says that no one should ignore this order. And this is what the officers have been doing. One of the things that they try to get me to do is to become discouraged and not report things by trying to belittle me. They try to get me to change my mind about making a report over the phone. They tried to say, well, we can't send anybody out. They tried to say, well, you can't make a report for that. They tried to even have me waiting for long periods of time, so I just give up and say, just F it. I'm not gonna do it. But no, I sit here and I sit there and I wait. This is one of the times where I sat there and I waited, and this truck pulled up, and they waited and they watched me for a while. And after this one left, another one came up. So what's weird is there ended up being a guy who had some sort of health issue, and the ambulance had to come, and then so a police officer was automatically out there. And so when I saw that, I waited until they were done, and then I went and approached the officer and asked if I could make a police report. After that, that's when another officer came up and intervened, and he said, "Are you Jasmine?" Okay. So I said yes, and I automatically knew, like, okay, like they, even before this, there was a car, there's been two cars, this car right here, who had been watching me, and another truck who had been backed in watching me to see if I was going to wait and make a police report. This is some of the things that's been taking place. They watch me make the police reports, communicate to him. If other people are not out there watching me for him, he watches me make the police reports. Like, they literally don't even do nothing. Even if I say he's right there, they will not go over there and arrest him. And then even when it comes to court, he won't even show up to court. But there's other people that are sitting in, and you can tell that they are sitting in. You can tell when they show up, and they're watching me to see if I'm going to show up as well. With this particular car right here, this was another one of his trends that was watching me. Now, this one pulled up like immediately when I approached one of the officers to make the report. This person right here bagged in and was watching me. Like, I was on the opposite side, but I came behind it because I got a tag number. And yes, I'm reporting everybody, every tag number I see, every person that I feel like is watching me, that I notice is watching me, that's trailing me. Yes, I am reporting everybody. And even if they feel like they're not going to take it up, I'm going to take it up, because it's got to be somebody higher. It's always somebody who's higher. It's always somebody who's going to be higher in charge and more authority and this, that, and the third. And I don't feel don't feel like you're going to silence me or stop me or try to intimidate me. I'm so sick of it. Now, on this particular day with this truck right here, I was coming from the grocery store. And y'all, this car right here, they sat right. This is in the middle of the street, and they were watching me. And then when they noticed that I saw them watching me, this person tried to look to the left like they weren't. But you in the middle of the street, and you just stopped in the middle of the street. Okay? And then when I took my camera out, that's when this person drove off. These people are weird. They're weird. He's been on my block, period, following me. When he notices that I see him, he will stop in the middle of the street as well, and then do a U-turn. He did this the other day when I was doing a delivery, and I was parked and I was bagged in, and he came in. My windows are tinted as well. Then when he got close up and saw that I was in the car and I saw him, he stopped in the middle of the parking lot and did a U-turn. He saw it. Like, he knew that I saw him. He just won't quit stalking me. He won't quit following me, and these people won't either. This is the most aggravating thing. Like, people don't deserve to live like this. This family is full of, they full of themselves. They want to control you. They want to try to intimidate you. And then they have a lot of people that enable them to do this type of stuff, that go along and jump on a bandwagon with this type of stuff. Nobody deserves to live their life like this. I mean, at all. It's even gotten so bad that even when I go outside in my backyard and it's fenced in, there's a particular neighbor that comes out as soon as I come out. Like, they have people watching me from all over. I can't even go outside. As soon as I go outside, take my dog outside, anything like that, they immediately come out, and then they get the texting on the phone to letting them know. Now, here we go with this. I get off working one job. I'm tired. Now, this was back during the time when I told you I was working, because I had that goal that I was trying to complete. And I got off work and I started doing this app, and I had this order and deliver it to this person, and that's also a family member. When I tell you, this family is beyond weird and refuses to leave me alone. They look weird, they act weird, they all weird, and they just keep I don't understand why they just won't stop. They refuse to stop. It's like they get a kick out of it. It's like it's a thrill to bother people. And I just feel for my ex, because how could you marry into a family like this? How could, you got to be embarrassed. You have to be embarrassed. There's no way that you can be proud of this. There's no way that you can sit here and feel as if you have made something of yourself, as if you can, why would you even flaunt that? And then I come back to work and I have to deal with this one. Now, he started working after I started working this one. And mind you, in the area that we're in right here, that's my area, or it was my area. Because I don't work there no more. I had to leave the job because of their family. He made it his business to come into my area every single day, multiple times a day, to stare at me, to watch me, even when he was in his own particular area, which was all the way across in another department. I would look up and I would catch him watching me. There's been one particular time, and this is really what the straw that broke the camel's back. I was going to the restroom and he was walking behind me so close and so fast. It's like he seen me going to the restroom and he immediately followed behind me fast. And I'm talking about it wasn't hardly no space. Like he was all up behind me, y'all, walking so fast. But like I felt so ungood. Like they family is so cringe to me. They family is so cringe to me. He would always watch me. He would make it his business for me to see him, stare me down. Even when I was coming back from lunch, he wanted me to like run into him or something like that. His family is weird. Also, on this particular day, there was a customer that came in, and this customer wanted me to do a return for them. And it's one of the things they kept on doing over and over and over again. They really wanted me to snap. They really kept on doing things to make me get out of character, to make me get angry, and they kept on trying to set me up to do illegal stuff. Mind you, this is a family with military and political backgrounds, officers, mediators, and all this type of stuff, trying to get me to do something illegal. So a customer came in, they wanted me to do a return. That the merchandise did not even belong to us, y'all. So I kept on telling her, ma'am, I'm sorry, I cannot do this. This does not even belong to us. She gets upset and she escalates it to a manager. And then first of all, they not even slick. They not even like something wrong with them. When I told that lady no, she gets on her phone and start texting, and then that's when he comes down there into my department. It's all systematic. Like they feel like they so smart, but I peep like what's that song says? So I'm watching everything. Like I be peeping game. I watch everything. I see what's going on. Immediately when I tell you no, that I'm not going to do this, you get on your phone and start texting, and he come down here. And that's another thing they would do. They'll start texting on the phone, and a manager will come over before I can even call. Then a lot of them would come up to my register. A lot of them would want to do returns back to back. And some of them would even make purchases, large ticket purchases, but some of them would end up being returned. But again, there are 75 plus registers in that store, but they all came to me. This particular lady right here followed me to the restroom and everything. A lot of them try to keep eyes on me. A lot of them try to intimidate me. They continuously come towards my side, my register. There's 75, y'all, and they still all came to me. Now, I bet y'all like, well, MsJaye, what you do for fun? You don't, all you do is work. Yep, all I do is work. But even when I try to date, they still having their family reach out to me on dating sites. This one right here talking about how he love God, this, that, and the third. He like to feed the homeless. Y'all know I used to be the homeless, honey. And then they want to sit up here and talk about, oh, I sit with millionaires. You know, all of them claim to have money, this, that, and the third. And then this one right here talking about, oh, I like to people watch, because that's all they do is watch people. A lot of these people are in the military, I'm telling y'all. But even when I try to date and I try to get out there, they still surround me with their same people, with their family members. They've been reaching out to me on these dating sites. They've been trying to connect with me in any way, shape, form, or possible that's possible that they can. They come in droves, liking my pictures, trying to talk to me, trying to have a conversation with me and everything like that. And all of these people look alike. Now, on this particular day, I got scammed and I got hacked. All I tried to do was fill up and get some gas, and I got a few other things. I was working during this time because y'all know that's all I really have time to do. But I was working and I tried to get some gas, and I said as soon as I get I fill my tank up, then I'm going to start back working. And I said that I was going to complete the night, like I was going to do an all nighter until this crap happened. This lady charged me twice, and I knew that it was something that was off because of the way that she was talking. When I came back, it's like, y'all, I couldn't even do nothing. Like, I couldn't even, all I did was like walk to the car, and I got a notification that I had been charged twice. And when I walked in, the guy that was at the register, he looked at me like, uh-oh, or something like that. Then I tried to talk to the lady and figure out what happened. She tried to act like she was all clueless.
So,
What is this ready ice bleach?
this is the receipt that happened immediately after. See the time on here? This is whoever came in immediately after you bought this, and whoever came in immediately before you bought this, in case they should ask you what happened before. Here's what happened before and after on this machine. Like I said, some bank only asked one person that ever. So from now on, I make these available if you want them. But this is the customer that happened immediately before you at
Okay, why
2131.
can't you just put that back on my card? Because I was just here. Like, I'm charged $32.60 twice. I'm not understanding that.
No, right here it should have only charged you once.
But on my bank account it's twice.
I don't know why. That's what I'm saying. You'll have to call the bank and tell them they did something to your card.
Who did something?
I don't know who is. I don't. What I'm saying is right here that when it shows a total, then it goes like cash tender, change due, whatever. It says total, cash tender on a cash. It'll say total for a card. I'll show you another card one. Total, and then credit card $32.60. So it only charged you $32.60.
But I have it twice on my bank account.
Yeah, I hear you. I don't know why that happened to you. It didn't happen in here is what I'm telling you. I don't know why it happened on your card that way on your bank. I would call your bank like right now and tell them.
But I was just literally here. That's what I'm saying. And you're saying that this happened to somebody else? And y'all haven't figured it out?
I'm telling you what I know, ma'am. That I am, honestly.
Right. So this happened to someone else?
Yes, ma'am, several weeks ago, and nobody's ever gotten back to me.
And you just said it just happened to somebody else today?
No, what happened? No, what I did was when they came, I gave them this because that's what was asked. I've heard of this happening to other people, but
so
not
then
here
there's
at this
something
store.
going on with your system. So why can you not just put this back on my card? I shouldn't have to reach out to my bank account, go through all this and all these steps.
Because it came from your bank, not from us.
I've never had this issue before. I've had this bank a while. So if this is something that's happened several times before,
no,
today and last week, that means there's something going on with this system. I should not have to be inconvenienced to go and call my bank to dispute something that's been taking place at your store. Why can you not put that back on my card now? I should not be inconvenienced for anything.
And the reason why I went in is because the whole thing was sketchy. It's like everybody was looking around like they knew what was going on, but nobody is saying anything. And that's the same thing that these people be doing. They got scams and schemes for like everything. And it really doesn't make any sense. Like even with the last job, they would send people up there for those returns and stuff like that. They never even purchased it, but the money would go back to the car. Or they had like people on the inside working, and they would put in like they'll act like they're making a call to get an approval code and things like that. And then whole time one of the managers just knew of a code that would put money on these people's card. It's always a scam and a scheme for it, and I'm tired of them putting me in the middle of stuff. Like, it's just exhausting. And then I made a police report. And you may say, oh, no, it doesn't require a police report. Just call your bank and dispute it. But when stuff like this keeps happening, it's a pattern with these people with what they're doing, okay? And so the first operator kept on saying, no, we're not going to make a police report. And I said, no, I want to speak to your supervisor. Get your supervisor on the phone. She says, hold on. never clicks back over. Okay, then I end up calling back, and the male answers the phone, and he starts laughing. He was like, "Oh, you just called, right?" And I was like, "Yes, I did." And he's sitting up there laughing. See, that's the thing. They play these police games. They do all this fraudulent stuff, and they're laughing whenever I have to dispute what it is that they're doing. They're laughing whenever I have to stand up for myself. So he's like, "Oh, you just called, right?" So I'm just like, "Yes." And he's pressing the phone like a mute or something like that. But he's like, "Okay, well, hold on a second. Let me get the sergeant." And then they're transferring me just like they were. If y'all watched my last video a while ago when I had to make a police report in regards to that person stalking me and them playing those police games, and they were rerouting the call so it wouldn't go to somebody who would actually help me. Baby, they did the same thing. And when I spoke to the sergeant today, guess what his last name was? Johnson. Sergeant Johnson. Y'all, I'll holler at y'all on the next episode, and then I'll get into how they set me up. Actually, I'm not even sure if I want to do that one because that involves my tool that they want to try to set me up. These people really, they are so evil. They trying to get me locked up. There's other police officers that are involved. Like, they really trying to do the most. But like, share, comment, and subscribe. Until next time.